Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing
Oh,
secure
I have to figure out what I want to play.
Secure connection
Ooh, the
confirmed.
last location on your bucket list. Nice. Okay.
Please log in to access your profile.
In case my friend AJ is watching, I don't believe she is here, but we're rolling Beppard Shepherd. It makes no sense. We're rolling with it. It does kind of roll off the tongue a little bit, maybe. Beppard Shepherd.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile.
Yeah, I'm trying to like think about what class I want to play. Parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred to posting, never staying in one location. Enlisted, born and raised in Mindwar, a small border colony in the Attic Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindwar, slaughtering your family and friends. Let me move my... I'll try and remember to put that back up. And you enlisted with the military a few years later. You were an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolises covering Earth. You escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18. I kind of like the idea of having, like...
Confirm psychological profile.
Okay. Throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. Cold, calculating, and brutal. I don't think we're gonna do a renegade run. I don't think. I mean, some of our options might be renegade, but I'm actually not, I can't remember how these, I don't remember how these affect the game, or if they do. I like the idea of overcoming physical torments and psychological stresses.
Confirm military specialization.
Okay, this is the one I'm not sure about. Pretty sure I wanted long range. I talked to my friend AJ about it. I'm going to see if I can pull up. Let me just read through them. So okay, I don't think I want to be a soldier. The thing for me is between Infiltrator, Sentinel, and Vanguard. Probably Infiltrator. Do some long range. We're on Infiltrator.
Confirm facial identification.
I'm just gonna keep. Well, let's see what there is. We're gonna keep the
Confirm
original.
Facial identification. Profile reconstruction complete.
Beppard Shepherd, here to serve. Let's go.
Identification confirmed.
No, there's more settings. No, oh, I did all this. I'm gonna have the tutorials on for this game.
Well, what about Shepard? Earthborn, but no record of his family.
Doesn't have one. He was raised on the streets. Learned to look out for himself.
He saw his whole unit die on a cruise. He could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only
Is that
kind
the
of
same
person
voice
who can
actor as
protect the
Zavala
galaxy.
from Destiny?
I'll make the call.
Near 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called it the greatest. That was. It sounds very similar if it's not.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector.
Yeah, you might not be the most efficient person to ask for this one.
Board is green. Approach run has begun.
Ooh.
Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation,
Joker.
internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story, but only an idiot believes the official story.
Choices already.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Okay. So smooth. Didn't mean to do that. Oh god. How do I put this away? X. Okay. Nope. Oh god.
Regroup.
I'm pushing buttons. I was trying to push E and it wasn't talking to them. Okay. I'll look it up. H. Wait, so then, okay. What's just the action? Spacebar?
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
That's gonna be weird.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Fine. Alright, once we get everything nailed down. Better.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Okay. Talk to everyone, do every... Oh, God.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
You watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
Corporal Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Only a fool goes looking for a fight, Corporal.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
Oh, man, I wanted to go in... Okay, I'm gonna see if I can go in... For some reason, I'm still getting used to these, taking off my socks. Still getting used to these dialogue trees. For some reason, I thought investigate was like telling Commander Presley to go investigate.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what
We're
I've
gonna
heard.
explore basically everything.
Spectre
So.
agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, They're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. They're always getting dropped into impossible situations, forced to survive unbeatable odds. Just like you on a cruise.
I don't know exactly what this is gonna lead to. Like, imagine something, well, those are some bad memories, or like, those are some bad memories. Shut the fuck up. The fun part of dialogue trees.
I try not to think about it, Coos.
Sorry, Commander. I didn't mean to offend you. I respect what you did there. We all do.
Let's not dwell on the past, Commander. Was there something else you needed?
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
And I think that's it. Okay.
The captain's waiting.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright. I'm gonna always investigate. That's my
Something
rule.
I can do for you, Commander?
I was curious about a few things.
You and me both. Like I said before, too many things don't add up on this mission.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
Something fucky is about.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board.
Especially
a
one of the Turians.
We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
I'll see if I can get some answers.
Good luck, Commander.
Okay. Hey, we got some XP. And codex. The equipment screen allows you to equip. Filter. Omnigel to break down. Okay. Well, this isn't what I wanted. Codex. I wonder if there's a better way to get into the codex. Maybe L is my guess.
Roughly 1,200 years ago,
I was gonna
the
read this.
Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, The Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat
Relay
colonial
314
attitude towards
incident.
the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they... Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers,
I don't know whether to...
resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
So, gosh, I don't know if I want to wait for him to read all these, but I also don't mind it. But, I mean, there's only so much time in a lifetime, you know.
Humanity's first contact with an alien race occurred in 2157. At that
I'll
time,
probably be
the
reading
Alliance
ahead and
allowed
then
survey
just
fleets to
stop
activate
when...
any dormant mass relays discovered. A practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races. When a Turian patrol discovered a human fleet attempting to activate a relay, they attacked. One human vessel survived, retreating to the colony of Shanxi. The Turians followed, quickly defeating the local... The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing and...
Okay. Nice. Squad. Talents. We'll mess with that later. So J is for journal. Okay. L doesn't do anything. P, O. O for the codex. The Odex. U for me. You for me? What? Okay. Sup, sluts?
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Oh.
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
Oh.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis.
Well, clearly I need to know.
A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Okay, I'm gonna look up really quick. Captain Anderson. Well, I'm gonna Google it actually. Captain Anderson and Captain Zaval. Oh, wait. Okay, it's Keith David. Zavala. I actually think they're different. Oh no. Okay, so Lance Reddick is Zavala. And Keith David is Anderson, but they sound so similar. Like I can't. Here, I'm gonna play a video. Zavala.
Is the St. Louis Zoo open? St. Louis Zoo is open until 5 p.m. Take me there. Sure, St. Louis Zoo. Get out petting. Bow. Excuse me. One fucking guardian has been kicking your race's collective asses for 9 years. They kill gods for fun and to turn them into guns for a meme. They genocide entire races for loot. They assassinated your last leader, cleaned out your daddy's ship, while he wrote fan fiction about them and promptly fucked off to let you pick up the pieces.
What's up, Plague? So that's Lance Reddick, this is Captain Zavala voice actor, and then Captain Anderson is, yeah, David. Or, different voice actor. For in my headset, that was very loud, but what I was listening to is louder a little bit. Caught me off guard a little bit, but okay. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is Big Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting trouble.
There's more, Shepard. Nihilus isn't just here for the beacon. He's also here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Been hammered since Friday night. Sounds like you've been having a good time at the fair. Nice. I'm technically getting paid right now. So that's what I got going for me. Sounds like it's been a good fair though, yeah? You put my name forward.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
True.
Just tell me what I have to do.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
We're gonna investigate everything.
They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic
Some of the
civilization
faces.
is based on Prothean technology.
Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Alright, that's everything. Let's
Just
go.
give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
Let's go!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Uh-oh.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.
That seems bad. That, yeah. It's been long enough since I
Status
played
report.
this.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold.
Take us in, fast and quiet.
Tell Alenko and
like-
Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Trying to have sex at your parents' house on a holiday.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Ooh.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective.
Yeah, it's gonna be
The
primary.
beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
I know how video games work. We're gonna do both.
I move faster on my own.
Skirt.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
So yeah, like I was saying, so actually when I started streaming a little over a year ago,
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
playing through the Mass Effect games was like all 3 of them was something I wanted to do. So like having this Legendary Edition out is like absolutely perfect. It's been plenty long enough since I played this first game that I've forgotten plenty of stuff, and it'll feel pretty fresh.
This place got hit hard.
Obviously, some of these polygons are a little weak, but change weapons, hold left shift. Okay. Can't jump.
Oh God, what happened here?
Smells like smoke and death.
Okay. I don't think there was an FOV slider, so we'll have to deal with that. Yeah, the lighting's really pretty, even if it's kind of basic.
What the hell are those?
Gas bag.
All targets down.
Oh God, what happened here?
Reflections in my water? This is the Mass Effect we were supposed to have. Oh, hold left shift to switch weapons for them. Y'all using Lancers. Okay, so I have the same stuff as this person. We're gonna explore this basin first, and then oh, I think that's probably what we're supposed to do, actually. I kind of wish it didn't show, or at least it like showed you what parts of the map you've already been on in some way. I'm gonna see if there's an FOV slider. I don't think there is, but not there. Gameplay. Nope. Nope. Okay. We'll deal with it. We've been that way. Makes you want to play Planet Side. I could see that. I think I've got maybe half an hour in Planet Side. Like 7 years ago. What other weapons do I have? Okay, that's pretty sensitive.
Contacts, Commander.
No. Jenkins, no.
Rip right through his shields. Never had a chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
Yeah, we're going for that Paragon. They're gonna fucking love us. Alright, so what we are looking... Oh. This is just the way we go. So there shouldn't be anything over there. I'm gonna be looking at the map a lot, at least until I figure out kind of what's... Am I going back? I am. Okay, this is... I don't know why I'm so turned around. I'm gonna blame it on the FOV. Medigel is needed to heal injured squad members. Omnigel can be used to bypass decryption and electronics. Both can be acquired by defeating enemies and opening containers. I don't think we need it healed, but whatever.
Rally round. I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
How do I use cover? Looks like there's not like a cover button. Also, we'll be safe scumming the shit out of this game like we always do. Use left shift to issue orders. Z attack. Q or E have specific squad mates move to a point or attack the targeted enemy. Regroup. Is there a way to switch shoulders? All right, let's check. Oh, if I press up against it. Okay, so there is a bit of a cover system. Let me test it out. Maybe. Okay. I'll figure it out. I always sometimes do. Loot, 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 loot. Give me that Medigel. I don't think there is a crouch. Oh no, I didn't have to crouch. There is a crouch, but. I just gotta like walk into it.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Ashley Williams. Sounds like a
Ashley Williams of the
home
212.
repair store.
You the one in charge here, sir?
Or a furniture store.
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
Time to white knight, boys.
Haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
Geth.
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
What else do you know
But
about
first,
the
tell
Geth?
me about these normal
Just what
things.
I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some
Tell me
digging out
about
here to
the
extend the
beacon.
monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Never knew they were coming.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Alright, I think that is it. Honestly, I'm going to investigate everything and every
Move out.
option we get. That's just how I play RPGs. Spend talent points for new squad members. Squad. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a lot of charm options. Wow, spoiler. New skill ranks will unlock when you become a Spectre and as you earn Renegade points. I guess I become a Spectre. Okay. Grants the assassination ability. More Omnigel could really help us out a lot. And opening secure objects, I like that in lots of games. We're gonna put up charm, and we'll work on pistols and sniper rifles. Okay. I don't remember how long. I don't know how long I'm gonna play with Caden. I don't remember if I like playing with them or not. They're a sentinel as well. No, I'm an infiltrator. They're a sentinel. Okay. One more point. Decryption. Well, it might be nice to have another. What is her auto level up? I'll probably do auto leveling up on most NPCs, but we'll see. Did I watch the Apex tournament today? No, I was sleeping and editing videos this morning. We'll do some rolling saves here. Okay. There were a few things that I could collect. I just gotta... I wish I could tell which one was me easier. Well, hold on. So this valley, I wasn't exactly sure. So I'm just gonna check on this. I got that. I think I did get everything over here. And then we ran into Ashley. 500 grand, holy shit. That's kind of insane.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Okay, that one seems quite a bit better. No mods. You okay there, bud? Alright, well, I'll run to the waypoint to take cover behind the rock. Gotcha. Oh, so it's still doing tutorial stuff. I'm moving up to the rock with your weapon drawn. Oh, the weapon has to be drawn. That's... remember to use like abilities and stuff too. All right, this is gonna move a lot smoother as we play. It's hard to like. Bitch. All right, that was a bit sloppy. How do I have him heal? Okay, whatever. So coming out of cover, I have to remember to like push maybe S to like walk away from it and then go. Okay, I think we're good.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
We're just gonna take everything and eventually we'll reduce it to Omnigel, but okay. We'll do a quick save. I keep wanting to push shift to sprint.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush.
I need to see if there's a way to switch shoulders too. I think there is.
Oh God, they're still alive.
Oh.
What did the Geth do to them?
Your Geth is as good as mine. How do I target, like? Okay. Blip, blip. Fellow Turian?
Saren.
Oh, okay.
This isn't your mission,
Nihilus.
Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
Sure.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Fuck. Nihilus, no! Advance to the central core, move the mouse to move around the ring. Left click and right click to move inwards and outwards, avoid the security programs. I'm going to save and then try. I don't remember doing that, but
Humans, thank the Maker. Hurry, close the door before they come back.
What are you doing here?
I'm Dr. Warren. I was in charge of this excavation. We hid in the shed during the attack. They must have come for the beacon. Luckily, it wasn't here. It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
Alright, bye.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Okay.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy.
Okay.
He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry, Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
It's a different Turian, it's Saren.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please, this isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable.
Oh.
Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape, no hope? No, I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Oh, shit. No. I could shut him up. If there was some other option to, like, talk to him, I would, but...
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel.
That's tomorrow.
You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
That's why I didn't go to work tonight. It's because I got the appointment tomorrow.
Yes? Is there something you need?
Okay.
We better get moving.
Good luck, Commander.
Luck won't save you. You're wasting your time. The age of humanity is over. Our extinction is inevitable.
Manuel, I need to
It's
ask
probably best if you just leave him alone.
I don't have time for this.
I kind of want to save and then do time to shut you up. I feel like I can't remember if he fucks shit up or not, but oh well. We'll manage. Alright, dig site. Wait, oh, I gotta go back to the dig site. No, I don't. I gotta go back up here. Kind of putting just general beacons. That'll help me not get turned around quite as much. I'm trying to... I don't know if there's a good way to switch shoulders in this game. Oh.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm gonna make some coffee. Maybe go to standing mode. That's what I need to do. Standing mode engaged. I see you, you little shit. I don't know if you're a good... Oh. Blap, blap. I'm going up again. Okay. Are they shooting at that or something else? Must have been that. I thought I took a few shots at that earlier, but... Okay. Radical. Radicool. Some Omni Gel. Quick save.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
We took care of them.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
I'm coming.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops.
I can still hear. I'm gonna go start my coffee machine.
Just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned.
Thanks for the bits, Blake.
It was coming from inside your own head.
The 100 biddies seems good.
probably trying to block communications.
I appreciate
Whatever
it.
it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
For what it's worth, Plague, I think part of the effectiveness of those notifications is the scene, the setting of the game. Like this, to me, it's not like a horror game. I've got all the time in the world while I'm making dialogue choices, so I don't think it has the same effect. So, I mean, you can keep doing it, but I don't want you to feel like ripped off. So I'm giving you a heads up that. Oh, coming after Beastly's bit spot. Where are we at on that? I mean, probably the one in chat. I'm not looking at that one, I guess. I was gonna say you've donated 3,000 this month already. What is that? 30 scares? So. Okay. Okay, well, good. I just didn't want you to feel like you were getting ripped off for me not being scared of those. No, you are, as far as support goes, you're well at the top. So have at it, but yeah, thank you. Thank you. Almost made it impossible to think. Okay, we did all that. All right, bye.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
If there's something you're not telling me.
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
What kind of packages?
I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Coming for that top bitty spot.
Okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport, if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
Okay. We're gonna take all of these. We're going to go to our equipment. So we have really no reason to hold on to this. We might as well omni-gel it. Oh, we can mark things as junk and then convert all to it. Okay. Okay. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm trying to decide if I want 9 more damage, but 5 less accuracy. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, I must have some perk that... Okay. It's misplagues in your anniversary? Like from when you met or from when you started dating? Or both? Did you guys start dating day 1? Either way, happy anniversary to both of you. Congratulations. I don't think my guy will ever be able to do heavy armor. Two whole years, dang. Time goes by so fast. Okay. Should probably bring up that and get closer to the sniper rifles. We'll crank up our charm one more. Yeah, that's awesome. Alright, we'll probably do 5 saves just rolling through.
I came here to get away from the stress of living on Earth.
Okay. I thought there was something else in here too, but maybe not. So obviously you guys went to the fair this weekend. Did you guys do anything for your anniversary or? Containment cell. I don't know what it's highlighting. Hell yeah, dude. Yo, keep up that practice. Probably better than I am at this point.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
I haven't played Apex since the last time.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait, don't shoot. I'm one of you. I'm human.
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I'm sorry. I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
You're saying Nihilus was murdered by a Turian?
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Ooh, you had some magic mushrooms?
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped on the cargo train and headed over to the other platform. Probably going after the beacon. I knew that beacon was in trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
Yo, that's awesome. It's been a while for me. How long ago did you take them? Are you still seeing some swirlies and stuff?
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started. Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack? Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks for the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Forget about him. He's not worth it.
You're lucky the commander's here, pal. Hand over those grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
Yeah, okay. There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next
8 hours ago. Okay, so you might be feeling a little bit like lifted, but probably mostly just chill and tired.
Anything that moved, it was a massacre.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
I can't remember if I asked him about this
They
stuff.
brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
Gotcha.
We need to find that beacon.
Take the cargo train. That's... I can't stay here.
Okay. I'll stick with my current one. Pistol. I thought I got a grenade upgrade. Grenade launcher. Huh. Okay. I've kind of got decryption though, bud. Maybe you work on that. Okay, we have 3, 4. How do I? Oh, okay, I can still aim. Get out the way. Okay. Nothing here. I think we searched all up there. Oh, I don't think I checked over there actually. Man. So that's just an explosive we can shoot if we want. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this. Okay. Clear. I shouldn't be yawning. Also, I thought I gave him heal. Are there 3 of them right there? Alright, well, gonna have to move up. Sit down. Yeah, my accuracy isn't great, but I'll definitely be building that up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Blasting with a shotgun. Come here, you little shit. Just kidding, I'm gonna punch him. Alright, I feel like there was... I must have picked that up already. All right. Okay. Let's go. Whoops. I'll have to edit a chunk of that out of this VOD.
The entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Oh, we know. No, don't. Honestly, overall, this is like a really solid remaster so far. You just got the Twitter notification at midnight, Or I guess 1 a.m. your time.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Okay. That's my shotgun. What in the fuck? Okay. Looking at my map, I see one. I need to figure out if I can switch shoulder in this game. Oops. Okay, wait. Am I missing another? Oh, I probably gotta go under? Through? What? Where am I? Or is there something down there that I need to go do? Whatever. Oh, I wonder if it's... No? Okay, I gotta get up there somehow. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I've got 2 minutes left, so I'm gonna just go look for loot. I don't know if I'll get to come back here or not. Okay, there's probably nothing. And yes, I'm just playing on normal. Also, is that it? Jeez, it's right there. Good thing they didn't separate them out very much. Disarming him with my butt. That's how we roll. My name is Commander Beppard Shepard, and I'm here to dismantle your bombs with my butt. This is Jackass. Okay, well I thought I could maybe pre-kill you, but... Sniping OP? All right. My name is Beppard Shepard. Exactly. We'll do some upgrades and see what everyone needs eventually. get to that. We're gonna go unlock this locker. I don't think there's anything else over here. Always quick save. Skirt. We'll have to look at mods and stuff. All right. I should get that emote in here.
Normandy.
That's a good one.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
That bitch Carol Baskins. She activated it. Oh, f. No, me.
Shepard! No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
Dude, he totally had oak face. Well, I'm f***ing dead.
We identified the ship that touched down at Eden Prime. The Normandy. A human alliance vessel.
The
It was under the
Matriarch.
command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
Now, Kith.
This human must be eliminated.
I did not play Andromeda. I'm actually not against doing it like after doing all three,
Doctor,
even though
Dr.
they're not
Chakwas,
like
I think
related.
he's waking up.
I might even own that game and just not remember. There was a
You're
lot
out
of
of
shit about that game, but a lot of it looked fun.
How are you feeling?
How did I end up here? How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
Right, dude. 15
The
hours
beacon
to the
exploded. A
dome.
system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate
Physically,
it.
you're fine.
Thank
But I
you.
detected some unusual
Not too bad
brain
yourself, Dr. Chakwas.
abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid
Come here often?
eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
It was like a vision.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, guess what, Captain Anderson? I dismantled bombs with my butt. I feel bad about Jenkins. Why is Williams here? I'm pissed off about the Geth. The Geth just, it sounds like a lisp. And absolutely nothing against that. It just, Geth. I keep thinking, well, I guess though. Like, I don't know. Hopefully it gets out of my head. Bomb disarmed. I feel bad about Jenkins. It's one of these two. I feel bad?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Alright.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
I just love hearing Captain Anderson tell me I did a good job.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon.
He wanted that
You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I don't know if any of these matter. Or death? I actually don't remember the vision that well. It's been a while. Like 10 minutes, so.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't
can
know
tell
what
him Pepper
information
Shepard.
was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology, blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction, whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
I feel like this one, like, exposing... Obviously, it's not going to be this simple, but... well, I'll just say I understand. We need the council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Dock. Yeah. Ing. Yeah. Alright, well, let's save. We have our 5 rolling saves. Eden Prime. Oh, it's gonna call it save 6. I was kind of hoping it would keep it. I guess that makes sense. I forgot about that. Alright. So right now we just gotta speak to Joker. Plague Doctor's gotta pee. I've gotta check my equipment. Okay, Avenger 1. I've got the Lancer. Switch to the Avenger. At 8 accuracy there, it bugs me a little bit. I'm not using an assault rifle that much though, so maybe that extra 30 damage per second is good. We'll stick with it for now. This one, I don't know why that's so red. This one seems quite a bit better. Suppose I can just mark some of this stuff as junk, probably. Sell it all. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, this is... Oh, okay. I wasn't clicking on that. That's what I needed to do. My grenades are more powerful. Ooh. Nanner says hello, he's chilling around your necks, watching stream 2. What's up, Nanner? Snakes are welcome. Snakes, not people snakes. As in people who act. Is snakes a derogatory word? I'm sorry, Nanner. You're welcome here. Please hang out, please. Shield bypass. Cooldown reduction. Versus organics. I can't remember what's like good in these, but this is my sniper rifle, so I don't really care about recoil. I was destroying people. Man, okay, I forgot. Man, okay, that's where all this mod stuff is. I'm worried about having to switch this stuff out, though. Like, that's gonna annoy me. I can't remember how easy it is to switch out. Well, I think that's all I can do. Okay. All right, we have no points. There's no point. When you said that, he looked at me and then back at the screen. He knows. Looking for loot in all the wrong places. Looking for loot. I'd like to have a look.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Soldiers die.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
Soldiers die.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without
We're going for a
you, Williams.
Paragon run.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit,
We take
I was
credit
a
for
little worried
nothing.
about being assigned to the Normandy.
We take
nice
all the
when
blame
someone makes you
and none of the credit. On purpose. We know better, but that's what Paragons do, right? What they perceive others want them to do. I have to admit I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. Don't disappoint me.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Yeah, you bet. There's that Paragon. Ooh, it's like a hit to the veins. And Dr. Chalkwash.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined.
Now you win some, you
But
lose some.
humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Any
Ever
regrets?
think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Give me that XP in my veins. Oh, we were just talking about you.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Thanks. Okay. Talk to you, talk to you. Where do we gotta go? I wish it did a better job of showing you which one you were. Okay, what I am supposed to do is talk to the Joker in the cockpit. Which I believe is up. We're gonna go check out the captain's office, sleeping pods, and we came from there. Okay. Oi, mate.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Going to the sleeping pods. Seeing what's over here. Nothing. Okay. Up we go. Dang, where's my stamina upgrade? That's what I need. Yes. In the Normandy's vehicle bay, using a squad member's locker allows you to assign equipment to them. New equipment may be purchased from the requisition officer. I don't think.
Hey, Commander.
Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for
my stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm on a job.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn, this looks fancy. I'll find a lot of this stuff, so. I'm not gonna sell this right now, but so these are my crew. Okay. What's going on in engineering? I actually, when I think about this game, this room right here is one that I think about. Like, it pops in my head quite a bit, this engineering room. I remember talking to, I think she's Asari, maybe? Asani? Nari? I think she's blue or purple skinned. Anyways, that's like one of the, I don't know, when I think about this game, it's in this room, and I think she's like down here.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Goddamn shame. All right. So I guess this goes up now. Surprised that only goes down.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Okay, I don't think we need to go to the bridge, but on it. So check. Wait, no, actually, I think we do need to go to the bridge. I think that is where we need to go. That's where we came up. Wait, no, we need to go the other way. Oh, I is equipment. Okay. He reads these, but I'm probably just gonna like do a quick little run through. The Citadel, yes. Oh, he's not, okay, he doesn't read the secondary ones. Maybe in Mass Effect 2 we'll do some more of the biotic stuff. That could be fun. But I'm really enjoying already the sniper stuff.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, 50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift... The Geth are a humanoid race of
Non-council
networked
races.
AIs. They were created by the After the Geth secure a location, they round up and impale dead and living bodies on mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics. The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and the Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably Spectre, humanity's first contact. The Terminus systems are located. Biotics is the Omni tools are handheld devices that combine a
Okay. Let's see, where are we at? About a 3-hour stream so far, 2.5 hours in-game. We'll see. I'll stay up at least a couple more hours, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some tea. Let's go.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
I'm gonna play Apex while you watch. Sounds good, my dude. Appreciate you still watching. And thanks again for that gift sub. To Brownie. Brown eye pin? I don't know.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy.
Look at all these ships. How many flight
Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
controllers do they have
Roger, Alliance Tower, Normandy out.
in the Alliance Tower?
Alliance Tower, please proceed to Dock 422.
Zoom.
This is an outrage.
Why am I at 100?
Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony.
Oh, it's a 60 FPS cutscene.
Turians don't found colonies on
Maybe?
the borders of the Terminus systems,
Weird.
Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action.
You don't get to make demands of a council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. If they don't stop him, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres.
Fuck it.
The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
Yeah, that's my fault.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level.
Top level?
Make sure you have clearance to get in.
Noise.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Come on. Okay, well, we're just gonna basically end up searching everything, like we always do. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argos Row cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? Huh. I put the wrong thing. Oh, journal. J. Okay. Expose Saren. Okay, I should be able to click on these whenever. Like, just because this is open doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to click this. That's my opinion and I'm sticking to it. This game does look pretty. Alright, we'll search all this first. Oh. Kalen. I remember Kalen. And you are...
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Dan. At least introduce yourself. At least introduce yourself, bitch.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
What is this place?
We're just gonna run through these really quick.
You are in the embassy for the
Volus
Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
Actually, I would like to know more.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable.
Always shifting and changing.
We're not physically adept. We trade our services for protection.
Okay, I do remember that.
What is this place?
You are
The Volus and the Elcor.
Ambassador is next door.
In this shared space,
Oh, I already did that.
I aid my fellow.
What is it you do here?
I look
What do you?
out for the best
What would you say
interests
you
of the
do
Volus
here?
No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Dan. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The EarthClan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the EarthClans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the...
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on humans.
Why so cranky?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many...
He reminds me a lot of, like, the way he talks
Volus
about, like,
territory has
this is a
expanded
chastising
tenfold
rebuke.
since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect
It reminds me
Citadel
of, oh gosh, that one combat droid in KOTOR. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now, but I think that's all the investigation.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, EarthClan.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to... I am Ambassador Kalen.
I love Kalen so much.
Is there something I can
That's
do
why
for you
I'm
this day?
deciding to sound like him a little bit.
Genuine query.
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen?
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry
for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
Hell yeah.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcome, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I'm turning that off. Good God. That was so loud. Like so loud. Okay.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Okay.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel. Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started this.
Oh, that wasn't the mute button. Sorry.
Who's this Asari consort?
Curious, you have not heard. You must be new to the Citadel. Everyone knows Sha'ira, the consort. I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say...
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
I can't remember if interfering in this actually hurts.
Strange greeting, human.
You seem distressed.
Alarmed response.
What did this Asari do to you?
I cannot speak more.
Oh, it's too sensitive. Okay.
It is
Good luck with your problem.
Thanks to you, human. Good day.
Came from there. Can't go there. Damn, I'm dropping frames.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your
Oh, hey.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Oh!
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
Avina is that.
What's that?
Bot thing.
Oh,
The
Avina is
receptionist.
the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be
The
distracted.
embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent
Tends to get a
trillions of
little
citizens,
busy.
It tends to get a little busy.
What's your name?
Oh.
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant.
I should be going
Have
now.
a pleasant day.
Okay. Let's see what we get here. We're gonna quick save all day.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
So are you a person or a program?
Yep.
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium.
Damn.
The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt
Yeah, Forrest
humanity
Whitaker
was
eye there.
given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the
Second. Close.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
Lesser species.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize
Yo, what's up,
if
Marcel?
my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Specters.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term
Yo,
Spectre
Brent, what's
is
up?
derived from the branch of special tactics and
Welcome, welcome.
reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions.
How are y'all
Spectres answer
Sunday
to
nights
no law
going?
or authority except the council itself.
Or I guess for Marcel. How's your Monday morning? Citadel
What
Council.
can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the council consisted of representatives from
Hell
the
yeah,
Asari
dude.
and Solarians,
Get that grind.
the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the council in recognition of the role they played during the
Krogan Rebellion.
Since then, the three council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Okay. Looks like we can either go... Wait. Well, we're gonna check out everything. We might as well. Yeah, I haven't played much Rocket League recently, unfortunately.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Give me all your XP. What's up, Elcor?
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
It is good to meet you. That's from whence I came. What do we got over here? Dang, that is some chunky MMR. Yeah, I'd say that's a win streak for sure. Executor Palin. Stuff definitely goes down here. It's been a long time since I played this game, but something definitely goes down in this
Commander Shepard,
room eventually.
I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
I go where I want. No.
I came on my own. I need information.
You humans are always so curious, always sticking your fingers into someone else's pie. Is that the right expression? Never mind. Forget I asked. Was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
I mean, we can't. We're not favorites.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything.
Not nearly as long as the other species,
Good.
but
Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
What do
we're
you
gonna
know
run
about
through
the
everything.
Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Fair enough. I won't say anything about that.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have it. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
I'm gonna see if I can hack your computers. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go over here. Do a little hack. Blah, 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 blah. Following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking Eta cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. Damn. It's heavy. Alright, and go drop over this way. I'd like to talk to things and people.
Can't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal. What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right.
07's in the
what
chat.
What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
Thanks, kid.
I will. Have fun, that is. Commander, good to see you again.
Move. Oh, she's fucking loaded, isn't she? I feel like I remember her too.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very
Oh,
busy.
maybe not. Maybe it's not who I'm thinking of.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
You know who I am?
I'm gonna ask everyone that. You
Your
know who I am.
arrival created a bigger than average stir among the diplomats and hangers-on around here. There's always something new happening around here. I could
saw
fill you
him
in on
down
some
at the
points of
docks.
interest if you'd like.
For some reason, like that, like a bartender or whatever, just like wiping up the table. Obviously, that happens in real life, but it just makes me think of like Law and Order, when, you know, Ice Cube or Ice-T is going around and asking questions and investigating. And sorry, I ain't seen him since last Tuesday.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies, not much.
There he goes.
Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I try Flux or Cora's Den.
Oh, Flux. I think I actually have an old video from Flux.
What is Shaira's?
The consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
So when I... Okay. Do 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 do. Where have we been? Where are we going? Let's go check this out. Nothing. At least not yet. Checked out everything here. Checked out everything there. I'm out of breath. So now we need to go. Okay, rapid. Major locations. So I'm already in the Presidium. Okay. I've got to explore more, which makes sense. Financial District. Citadel Towers. Council and the Citadel Politics. So that's kind of where we're going to end up right away. That's not how I play RPGs. I look in all the secondary locations first, so it is pretty. I'm glad they remade this game. Was this a $40 game or like a $40 bundle or a $60? I can't remember. I wanted to go to CSEC. Did I miss? Oh, never mind. I was talking. That was where what's his face was. Then the lounge. Okay. Nope, I've been there. Oh, the academy's underneath. Gotcha. And then something else wraps along there. Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Consort chambers. Fuck it. Let's go.
I've had my office rearranged 5 times now.
Damn.
5 times? Why? What do they want?
Quick save before everything.
Welcome. I am Nelina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Commander Shepard, with the Alliance Navy.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
That shit. Whoops, I forgot to bleep the second one.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What do you do here, Nolia?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
I'd like to try out your service.
I didn't know what he's gonna. I was just.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list.
Okay.
We should be able to see you in.
I'm like shit. I gotta end stream, boys. All right.
What is the consort?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people, and something different. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients
It's a goddamn
don't realize what they
whorehouse.
were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
You make her sound like some kind of horror.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
You made an appointment for me.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again.
Nelina,
Yes, Shaira?
send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Boom.
Yes, of course, mistress.
Get out the way. Get out the way. Bitch. Get out the way. Move. Bitch. Sultry.
Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
If I have time, I'll speak with her.
Well, don't wait too long. I wouldn't want you to miss this opportunity.
I actually don't know if we'll
She'll
miss.
be waiting upstairs if you choose to go.
Let's do a save, just in case we actually can like miss her. Anyways, okay, I can't talk to these jabronis. Anyways, we'll be back. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for over here. Avina, you minx. All right, That takes me back up and over. I have to put H to put my stuff away. I don't like that. What do you want from me?
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan.
Hmm.
Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Show me your items.
Show me what you
this one
got.
is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Okay. I'm not gonna buy any of this. I'm gonna try it and just like not.
Command.
Show me your items.
Oh, this
Well,
one
let's
is
see.
pleased to do so.
Like, I just feel like I'm gonna end up finding something better. For the Normandy Quartermaster. This is only 100. And it looks unique. Any games you excited about from E3? Actually, Brian, I haven't watched like the E3 videos. Towards the end of the stream, I was probably gonna go through, check out Battlefield, the new Battlefield video, and then maybe some of the stuff from Xbox and stuff. But I don't really know a whole lot. I've been working. Do I even game? Look at me. Pretend your chin's just below the screen. Just yeah, teamwork, double team. Get on Volkswagen there. Yep. Did you face any cheaters in Siege? I've heard there's been a lot. Nice. There probably wouldn't be any. I don't know if there would. There was some sketchy stuff the last time I had played with. I think it was with Chase. For the most part, in my skill range, there probably wouldn't be, but. That's awesome, though. Barla Vaughn. What up, Barla?
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepherd. The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
Yeah, but it's been that way for a little bit now, Brian.
Forgive me, Earth Clan.
And there's still been...
My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed.
I don't know if people are selling accounts.
I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station,
important?
I take notice.
What?
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
I don't buy it.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
Damn, he got me. Alright.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All
the species of Citadel space together in a single strong community.
What makes the Presidium so
It is the
special?
political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy
I gotta
acknowledge
pee.
the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Bye.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Rapid transit. Okay, bank. Citadel Tower. Let's go to the consort just before it's too late. Oh my gosh, please. I gotta get used to these controls. Before we actually go in there, I'm gonna... gonna use the restroom and save, but... Man, 1:30? I took off work today because... Well, I've got shit to do tomorrow, and I wouldn't have got off work for another... Well, till 6 a.m. Alright. Let's go talk to...
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come sooner.
Oh.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Everybody's brother's a private. What up, Shaira? My girl. You my girl. Ooh. What can we do in this egg here? That's what I want to know.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our Citadel.
Oh. Who are you?
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Oh, you want my... Well, that'll cost you.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Korra's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his
Position as a general. Okay.
If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful.
Nuzzles you.
Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
Yes, I know. You're booked for months. Okay, maybe I can... Hold on. Udina's office. I'm gonna go under and check out CSEC Academy maybe, or see if I can anyways. I might not be able to. Trying to find like the optimal way to sprint without becoming fatigued. Also, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get in. Okay. You must talk to the council to gain access to the wards. All right, we're going to the council. Easy. We've been up to the lounge. Looks like wards access. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Take a look at my girlfriend. So I've been over there. So now I can try and get ward access. I don't think I have it. Otherwise I'm just gonna go to the Citadel Tower. Fuck. Can't do it. All right, let's go talk to the council.
Look at that bug thing over there. What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the keepers.
We are the keepers. Stop it. Oh my god.
The council isn't gonna ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just...
Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. No. Ba-da-da-dun.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vakarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Yeah, you'll be in my party soon enough, Garrus. I won't forget. No, no, in fact.
I will remember you.
I don't think I feel like I checked these all out in the regular game. There wasn't anything to actually grab.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the council for years.
But
I'm not so sure.
let's go see. Nothing. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Bye. Bye. I don't remember what note that is. Weep not for the memories. Oh, Rear Admiral.
I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. Commander? Commander?
Commander. Doctor? Y'all got nothing for me. Nothing.
No, I just want to ask a couple of questions.
Just a couple of questions.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
Oh boy.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
You're the one who destroyed the beacon. Then you tried to cover it up.
Shift the blame to cover your own failures, just like Captain Anderson. He's taught you well.
Probably need to
But
not
what
go
can you
emotional on here.
expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Settle down.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
That was fun. I will remember you.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question
Fun
our
times,
motives.
yes.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
I trust him.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended
Harkin
Harkin last
herald,
month, drinking on
angels
the dock.
sing.
I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
I'll stick up for the captain, but I know what's actually gonna happen here.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial
I
district.
did.
Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An
Hardly know her.
information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives.
That makes
he
sense.
Might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Okay.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
We asked that.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
Who cares if we get a seat on the Council? What's the big deal?
If the
Who
Council
cares?
passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them. Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings. Protect our own interests. No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
Alright, so I've done that. Oh gosh, okay.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long
Actually, I
time
don't think
ago.
that I meant to select that.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. But it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I thought this embassy was supposed
Harkin
to
may
help.
be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. C-Sec is better off without him.
You don't think
Nope.
much of...
Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusation. If the embassy wasn't protecting him,
I thought this embassy was supposed...
If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born.
Damn.
The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot
What
of
happens
power.
when a Spectre goes rogue? Like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidate. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
They sound like shadow operators.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
Tell me about Barlavon.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list.
Okay.
Ambassadors, diplomats, Spectres. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
You and Sarah...
I keep clicking there. Okay.
But I saw how he operates. No conscience. No hesitation.
Tell me more about the Shadow.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics.
I'm nodding
Buying and
off a little
selling
bit.
information is a
Tired.
part of the game. And the Shadow
Somehow.
Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder.
I had a monster,
Doesn't
some
get involved
coffee,
in politics. Doesn't pick sides. A
and
simple
G
system,
Fuel.
but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Okay. I think we're good.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's.
Don't believe there's going to be anything else we can select over here, but let us look. I wish I could roll. Nope, no roll.
That guy's up to something.
What guy?
The one over by the Keeper.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm not here to get you into trouble.
All right. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard, with the Alliance military.
Well, you'll need this. activated each time you see a keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scan.
Okay. Yeah, I'll scan. I believe there is one up here. Fuck it. If I remember correctly, there was one keeper that I had trouble finding in the OG game. There's one. Oh. $12 credits, 30 bucks. Or 12 XP, 30 bucks. Yeah. Does it tell me how many I need? $20. So I'm guessing that one doesn't technically need scanned, or does? Oh. He must not have got it. But I got it.
I haven't spoken to him before. This is the first time I've requested him.
I don't remember if I did what I was supposed to for this guy. Oh, no, okay. I feel like he's important later on. Alright, I don't think there's a keeper there. Double check over here. There's one. Money, money, money. Money. Money, money, money. Keeper, I hardly know her.
I can't believe the Council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they'd take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
Ba-ba-ba-da-bum. Let me scan the keeper.
Please do not disturb the keeper.
Oh, okay.
Anyone else hear that low hum? Sounds like it's coming from that statue. Makes my teeth tingle.
Statue? Alright, it's been a while since we've saved. While we're here, we can talk to Barlavan about Shadow.
Is there anything I can do for you today, Commander?
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Saren.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I am going to give it to you for free.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business, until Saren turned on him.
Saren betrayed him. Imagine that.
No matter what you think of Saren, he's not stupid. He knows the Shadow Broker is a valuable ally. Turning on him doesn't make sense. Not unless something huge was at stake. I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
How do I find him?
I heard he was paying Citadel security a visit. If you hurry, you can probably catch him before he leaves the C-Sec Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Tell me more about the Shadow.
Most people think I deal in finances, but the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Any guess what his identity
I don't
might
know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time, I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way.
Yes.
The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander.
You'll leave that to me.
I'll leave that to you.
I feel like we've asked everything else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
It's worth the chat. Let's look for some keepers and then we'll... I wonder if this was the one I was missing. I actually don't know which one it was, but I was definitely missing one. Made food and switched locations. Welcome back. I've got... Oop, that's a keeper. I'll need to go into C-Sec if I can. I do need to check over here though. Any keepers in here? I don't remember what I was supposed to do for Sha'ira. we'll have a look-see anyways. Just kidding. Wait. No, I was going the right way. I don't know how I'm tired already. Okay. Check the top level. Oh, I think we would have just come up there and been okay. Yeah. Okay. I believe I know he wants to talk, but I don't want to talk yet. It's not time. I don't believe there was anything here. Let's check our journal. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Rex. Okay. Harken in Cora's den, which we have not been to yet, and investigate Saren. Word. We have 9 out of 20. Still a lot to go. Speak with Septimus in Cora's den as well. Okay, and those are for other planets. What'd you make for food, by the way? Wait, was there anything to say to him? Well, let's go see.
Yes, Commander. Is there something you need?
Okay.
I should go.
I'll be. Yes, Commander. Is there something you need?
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Ham and Swiss panini. Sounds good. Can't go that way. So I need to figure out how to get to Cora's den. I have not been there yet. I believe I have access now that I've gone to the Citadel, but I'll have to check. Let's see if...
Is there something else
I should be going now.
Just kidding. I spacebarred my way through it. Whatever. I believe we can go up these either way. Just kidding. The lounge. CSEC HQ. I feel like I missed something. But I'm also just kind of looking around for keepers to scan, so. We'll go back up here and clear this area.
Shepard, what can I do for you now?
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides, of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council.
Tell me about your investigation.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit.
Then can you tell me what you know about Garrus?
Garrus Vakarian? Good officer. Very good, in fact. But he needs to learn some patience. You'd think an officer of the law would be a bit more mindful of rules. Was there anything else?
I'll be going.
Goodbye, Commander.
Don't mind if I check. Yes, clear.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
Asana. Can't remember what she.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
I feel like we talked to her later in the game. Okay, well, we cleared this area. Onwards. I don't think I missed anything down here, but now what was this? Okay, this was to the CSEC Academy. We can go here. That's one of the things we need to do. And we can go now.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Docking bay.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
I don't take orders from you. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Jesus.
Go on. Get out of here.
Yes, human.
I'm trying to bring down Saren. Barlavon said to talk to you.
Barlavon is a wise man. We may share a common goal, human.
Enlighten me.
I've been hired to kill the owner of Korra's Den, a man named Fist. He did something very foolish.
What did he do?
He betrayed the Shadow Broker. A Quarian showed up here on the Citadel. She was on the run. She wanted to trade information for a safe place to hide, so she went to Fist. He promised to arrange a meeting between her and the Shadow Broker. Instead, he contacted Saren.
What does Saren have to do with this?
Well, the Quarian has something that connects Saren to the Geth. He paid Fist a small fortune for her.
If we get our hands on that evidence, we can prove that Saren's a traitor. And the Council will have to listen to us.
Saren might already have her.
Last I heard, Fist still had her. Probably somewhere inside his club. You help me kill Fist, she's all yours.
I want to know more about your employer.
Can't tell you much. All I got was a coded message with the details of the job. Standard procedure.
What about Garrus, that Turian? He wants to take Saren down too.
We could use him. We brought him in our party last time.
He might come in handy.
He was here just before you showed up. Said he was going to follow up a lead on his investigation. Wanted to speak to the doctor at the med clinic.
Move out.
We'll bring... I think I'm gonna take Ashley for now. That doesn't... Well, we can always switch.
Every time I visit the Citadel, C-Sec brings me here for a friendly...
Okay. The C-Sec offices and traffic control. To the docking bay, to the lower wards, to the Presidium, and the requisition office. This looks like a smaller place. Let's start over on the other side there. Oops. And also keep an eye out for keepers. What's up, bitch?
One sec, looking you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military.
Why are you talking so quiet?
First time on the Citadel, that about right?
How did you know all that?
I'm the C-Sec requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you've got.
Excellent.
Show me what you
I
got.
hope you find what you're looking for.
For the Normandy Quartermaster. I mean, I might as well get all of these, right? Increase maximum number of grenades carried by 1. I like that. Okay. I'll probably just, yeah, get those every time. Yeah, I don't know, like, this... I'm enjoying this game a lot. It brings back a lot of memories. It's pretty... Alright, we're gonna... It's a great story.
Okay, Jalil. Let me get this straight. Your business partner, Shorman, he's threatened you?
Well, no, not exactly. But he wants to meet with me. I think he's going to kill me.
And why do you think that?
Hey there! Oh, you're not C-Sec, are you? Did you want something?
What were you trying to explain to the officer before?
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better. His name's Shorban. He's a Salarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
Shorban.
Shorban. That's the guy who asked us to scan the Keepers.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
I better look into this right away. Find out what he...
Anything's possible with Shorban these days. Well, good luck. Oh, there you are. Have you spoken
I haven't
with
gone there yet.
Of course.
Okay. Sorry, I will stretch. I'm just trying to like kind of find a good spot to like.
Hello, Commander.
So I came. Already checked that. Checked that. I do remember like the aesthetics of this area and parts of this. This kind of brings me back. What G-Fills did you get? Did you say? Save. Alright. Play like 15 more minutes of this or so. And then... Oh, that's just info for my codex. Don't mind if I do. Okay. So traffic control. So I need to go to the docking, probably to the lower wards first. Okay, yep, that's where the bars are. I ran out of breath so fast. I believe this is lower wards. Nope, docking bay. Sitting on a docking bay. That's Presidium. Okay, third time's the charm.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel
Yeah, it was
to
being a
reach
bit goofy.
diplomatic solution.
This VOD's gonna be all disjointed. Let's get him.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? I saw the monument at Akuz. They got a whole section about you there. It's a miracle you survived.
Looks like you have a fan.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Well, I'm here to investigate.
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what CSEC is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, CSEC gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
How do you like working here on the Citadel?
This place is amazing. I've been here almost a year, and I still haven't seen a tenth. But I really like it here down in the wards. There's always something going on somewhere.
I respect
like that
that.
new club they just opened a few months ago, Flux. Wicked scene in there, Commander. You should check it out when you have some time.
Hey.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Just the stuff they show in the vids. They always make them out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy. I know it's not really like that, though. Some of the other CSEC guys don't like them too much. Figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside the law. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
Do you know a CSEC officer named Harkin?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
Okay.
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
First time I was here, I dropped a bundle in the casino. Got so mad I put my fist through one of the machines.
Don't kid yourself.
Oh, okay, I remember this place. Huh.
I got a tour. One of 500 to see the Ascension. Right out.
Fascinating. Med clinic. We've got rapid transit, a keeper. We're getting closer. Oh.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut, or we'll... Who are you? Let her go.
Ah!
Heads up!
I don't know how to switch shoulders still. That should be sniping. Okay, I still gotta get used to these combat controls.
Negative contacts, Commander.
I wish I could use the buttons 1 through 4 to file containment, fire containment. Okay, it probably explodes if I would have shot it. All right. Okay, I can only talk to Garrus.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
You took him down clean.
Sometimes you get lucky. Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
Why were they threatening you? Who do they work for?
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up. Keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
The one I told you about, Shepard.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There's no way the Council can ignore this.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
You're a Turian. Why do you want to bring him down?
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but I knew what was really going on. Saren is a traitor to the Council and a disgrace to my people.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
Fist is going to be waiting for us. When we hit him, we better hit him hard.
Sorry.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from Fist's thugs, Commander. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Okay, some health regen. I'm not sure if it's worth half our money right now, but I mean, even a little bit. So how much is this? 70? Fuck it.
Yes, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents brought me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
Good night, Plague. Yeah, I won't be on too much longer either. And this VOD will be up soon enough if you happen to want to watch through the story by chance, whatever. But either way, good night. Just a heads up. Tomorrow, my appointment isn't until 5. It'll probably take until about 8. I won't get home till like 11, 10 or 11 probably. I'm not sure if there'll be a stream, but if there is, it'll probably be like 11, 11:30, maybe midnight Central Time. So, regardless, maybe I'll see you, maybe not, but have a great rest of your day. Tomorrow, have a good tomorrow and week. Thanks again for the gifted subs earlier as well, and the cheers. Appreciate you.
You're a doctor. How did
My
you end up?
parents, my father. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military.
I'll be going now.
I thought there were more
Nice talking.
dialogue options there, but move it. Wait, this is how I got in. Okay. Let's check out this view. Sure is view in here. Yeah, the stream was a little bit, again, disjointed, but no, we're a few hours into the game. Okay. Wait, what? Alleyway's over there. Seasec Academy is down there. Lower markets. Lower wards. We will need to head down that way. That's the, okay, this is the way we came in. Markets in Chora's Den. Emily Wong.
Commander Shepard? Excuse me, Commander Shepard! I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
No promises. But if I find anything relating to your case, I'll inform you.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
What have we all through here? To Flux. Interesting. We haven't done a full save in a little bit. Okay. Well.
You should be careful who you say that around.
Hey, good to see another human.
Bring it back. No one I can talk to. Rita. I recognize you.
I'll see if I can talk some sense into her next time I see her. Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there.
Dangerous.
If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
So?
Being an informant is a dangerous job.
That's what I've been telling her. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC
No,
is?
it's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
Welcome to Flux. Name's Doran. What can I do for you?
Is this a casino?
Among other things, we've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
What can you tell me about the sisters working for you?
Well, Jenna left to work at Cora's Den. Now her sister Rita is all worried she might be in some kind of trouble. Not much chance Jenna will change her mind, though. She's a stubborn one. If she wanted to come back, I'd take her in a second. The customers loved her.
Are you the owner?
Owner, cook, and bartender. I've even been known to dance a little when the mood strikes me. We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
Goodbye.
Enjoy your time here.
Okay, we'll kind of clear out this flux area at least a little bit, and then... I think I'll probably call it there.
I'm waiting for someone else.
Oh. Very cool. I can't remember... High stakes quasar. Low stakes quasar. There was a keeper, yeah.
Someone rigged this machine to funnel credits their way. I'll run a trace.
I don't remember. I don't know how much I've played Quasar. So 20 or lower. 18, 19, or 20. What? Oh. Okay. I did a Quasar. Anyone I can talk to? Is it just the games?
Hello again. Can I help you?
I was gonna ask him about the...
Just passing through.
Enjoy your time here at Flux.
Alright, well, I think right here we'll continue. Let's look at our journal. We'll go look for Rita's sister. We'll be going to the lower wards. Lower markets, yep. So a lot of these things that we're trying to get. Wards access quarter, yep. Heading to a lot of the same places. That's our primary mission area too. So we'll do a hard save. Stop recording.